Hi there, Aquarius. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we are looking at September 19 through September 25. Finally, Mercury, the planet of communication and clear thinking, which has been out of phase or retrograde, same thing, in your 8th house of joint resources and intimacy, is moving direct in Virgo this week on the 22nd. However, I wouldn't push anything until next week. And that's because sometimes Mercury takes a couple of days to really get his engines wound up and moving again. Also, Venus, the goddess of love, is moving into Scorpio, a fixed sign, like yourself, a fixed water sign. And this can often lead to jealousy, believe it or not. I always think of Aquarians as not having a jealous bone in their bodies, but of course everyone does. It's a human emotion. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, my partner's flirting with so-and-so at work or the bartender or one of my friends. No, it can be jealousy over, where you are in your world, in your life. For example, if your sister or brother is younger than you and doing better than you, or whether they're older than you and doing better than you, you can be like, wish I had that car, wish I could buy that house, wish I could go on that fabulous European vacation. That's jealousy. And whether or not you really mean it or whether or not you're just saying it like tongue in cheek, you probably deep down do have a little bit of green-eyed monster residue. Now, Venus and Scorpio brings that out in everybody. And so you really have to be careful that if you feel you're being gypped somewhere along the line, that you don't make it obvious, that you don't overreact to it, because you could end up with mud on your face because you've kind of spoken out of turn and you'll be proved wrong. Also, it's the fall equinox on the 22nd. A lot happening on the 22nd. The sun moves into Libra, which is great for you, joining up with Jupiter in your 9th house of long-distance love affairs and overseas travel. So for those of you who are in a long-distance relationship, it's really time to test the waters, and not just with your big toe either. I mean, get off the pot, or, as the saying goes. So if you are in a long-term relationship, this is the time, when crunch time really, when it's going to work out for you because of Jupiter and the sun transiting that 9th house for you. So it's really important that you give that relationship a go and see if you can't, pull things together and get things going and get things in line. So also, this is a great time for you, Aquarius, to evaluate your life. Where are you in the grand scheme of things? The scales. Are you balanced? Are you up for the next 2 months, considering that December, a lot of December is taken up in holiday hoopla and, people departing and people, their mind not being on their money and their money not being on their mind because it's Christmas or the holidays or whatever you call it. So we've got October, November, and half of December. It's not very long until 2016 is in our rearview mirror. So it's evaluation time right now. Have a fabulous week. Great speaking to you. I appreciate you, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.